This playthrough is rated T for teen.
Greetings and salutations, viewers. Vauldemare back here with another episode, 13 Sentinels, Aegis Rim. In the last episode, we completed as much as we could with Natsuno, which we could have gone further, but just enough to unlock Keitaro, who also is from the same time period as Takatoshi, or at least these versions of the characters are. But unfortunately, he had to witness the destruction of his hometown in the American bombers, but then shortly afterwards, the Kaiju appeared, though not knowing about it, chased after or went to the factory to find the Sentinel. What'll happen to him? Well, I guess we'll find out right now. May 1985, clear skies. Monitoring the Sentinel from Kaide River. Sunset, Kaide River, riverbed, 1985.
No matter where I am, at least the sunset is always the same.
I said I was going to do this destruction combat, but I'm going to do it after I do a bit of Keitaro's
This
route.
place isn't too crowded. Gives me room to hang around and think for a bit. Better take advantage of that.
Weren't we going after the Sentinel, or is this after the fact? Like he's too late or whatever.
Nothing's changed today either.
It's a weird habit you have about taking off your hat and punching it to give it more buoyancy or whatever you want to call it.
You can hardly see any stars in this era. Though I have to say, the city lights are a sight to behold.
And I don't know why I said this takes place. I mean, this technically takes place after he chases after the Sentinel, but this is 1985. For some reason, I thought we were still in 1945 or 44 or whatever. So my brain just shut off there for a second. I don't know. I was saying some dumb things.
It hasn't gone anywhere. It's still there, hiding behind all those elaborate curtains. That Sentinel. It's what brought me here.
Now, let's look over the weapons again, weapons.
They came ashore during the air raid. They're enormous. Must be over 30 meters tall. Instead of wheels, they move on long leg-like appendages. Quite a terrifying sight. Like something out of hell.
Like a bat out of hell. And we still have the stuff
Our
to drive it.
mother's terrible at sewing, but she made this for... I'd never seen her struggle with any... It's pieced together with... Even still, Chihiro took it with her...
Okay, that was the same.
Why were just the Sentinel and I brought here? That thing is beyond me. I'm no expert, but I know it's capable of some extraordinary feats. Time travel, though. Could the Sentinel possess an ability like that?
I probably could have mentioned this a long time ago, but as far as I'm aware of, this guy's being voiced by Yuri Lowenthal. So I just thought I'd point it out. I usually tend to point him out in a lot of games I play.
Before the war, my uncle gave me a sci-fi novel. A story about traveling through time to the future. It only ever felt like a far-off fantasy. But on that day, at that moment, that fantasy became a reality.
Oh, now we can remember it. Is that a... Oh, we have different... Let's see, we can remember time travel, 1985, so it's basically a story with each memory or whatever, so yeah, why not? Burning City Grounds, 1945.
All out of flying bombs. Electromagnetic rounds are offline. Outputs dropped by 50% in both electromagnetic battering rams. There are just too many of them. But I'm not about to just sit here and die. I still have 2 minutes before I hit my operating limit. Might as well give it everything I got. What the hell? It reached its operating limit.
And it teleported us to the future to save itself, apparently. Or something like that anyway, so.
Where am I? The air raid. Everything was just on fire. All these giant towers with glass windows? What the hell's going on? The last thing I remember is being surrounded by those new American weapons and... No, it can't be.
What do you... Oh, he's in an American city. Yeah, I guess that would be his
I've heard
first
about
thought.
major U.S. cities. These high-rise buildings are common. Was I captured? And they got my Sentinel too? They must have done it when I lost consciousness. Brought me to the mainland as their... No, wait. If the Sentinel just reached its operating limit, then not very much time could have passed.
Huh. Wait till you find out more, buddy.
But this view says otherwise. It's not my homeland. Somehow, I ended up on U.S. soil. If that's the case, fine. I guess this is where I'll die. But I'm not going down without a fight. I'll face the enemy, even without my Sentinel. The Sentinel. This is bad. The Sentinels are top secret. It can't fall into enemy hands.
Gotta blow it up. Or do something to it. To get it out of the way.
I can't move the Sentinel now since it hit its operating limit. Considering everything it's been through already, I can't expect it to perform at full capacity.
Okay, just saying.
The enemy cannot get their hands on the Sentinel. That's the kind of issue that becomes a national crisis. But what can I do? I can't activate now, let alone initiate self-destruct. I need to slow down and think things over. I should probably go lie low until the Sentinel recovers. But not because I'm afraid. My country, my little sister, I'd give my life for them at the drop of a hat. But I have to be smart right now. And that means waiting for the Sentinel to be up and running.
At least he's talking to himself and thinking this without saying it out loud for the most part.
Now that I have a plan, I'd better move fast. I should get out of here before American soldiers show up. I'll stay out of sight until it's the right time to move.
Until he started talking out loud there, so dang it, game. Nah, it's not that big of a deal. I don't think they want to put on the minor audio alteration every time someone whispers or whatever.
Everyone here appears to be Japanese. But something's off. These signs show both kanji and the English alphabet. Ashitaba Printing, Ashitaba Bank. Why are they named after my hometown?
And no one's mentioning the fact that he's wearing like garb from a different era. But then again, these days, well, these days, not 1980s, I could think he was just a
You want to
cosplayer.
stop by the arcade?
Sure. The one at Sun Mall?
Nah, the one at Joyland. Let's go try out those big new Sega machines that came in.
I have no idea what they're talking about, but their language doesn't sound foreign to me.
Wouldn't 80s Japanese sound at least a little bit different? Like they may say certain, like certain terms and phrases and oh, what's the term for like modern? Crap. Forgot the. There's a term you can use for like you're speaking the same language but it's from a different region. Man, I used to say that name all the time, word all the time, and now I've forgotten it off the top of my head. But anyway, I like the fact that the one like actual company they mentioned is Sega, because Sega published this.
Did you see him in last night's episode? Yeah. Oh, he's so amazing. Right? I watch everything he's in.
Female students. Though that's quite a bit of exposed leg. It almost seems like a different dialect. But it's definitely Japanese.
The dialect wasn't the term I was looking for, but sure, we'll use that. Of course, one of the first things to comment is how the girls got more leg showing. Because back in his day, they wore long skirts, so like that completely covered their legs. Now it gets shorter and shorter.
So many cars. Where in the world am I? This isn't America. It looks like Japan, but everything seems off. This is all just a terrible dream. Right? Right. It's nothing to worry about, just my brain acting up. That's why my surroundings appear to be different. We knew what the risks were going in as Sentinel pilots. Professor Doji made it all very clear to us. That's right. This has happened before. I experienced a similar illusion during the Sentinel sync test.
I'm kind of surprised they never showed Doji as an actual character with how much they mention him in certain pathways, but...
He's wearing a boy's school uniform, but appears to have a girl's haircut.
The hell you looking at?
This one has a particularly strange hairstyle.
Hey, you trying to get your ass kicked?
It looks like I've finally gone crazy.
You want to see crazy?
Hey, stop!
Where am I? What is this room? Hold on, I think I remember. Some guy with weird hair hit me with his bag. This doesn't look like a detention facility. Either I'm still seeing things, or someone removed me from the Sentinel. Whoever it was brought me to some kind of lab.
You know, it would make sense that someone seeing like different technology from like 40 years in the future would think it'd be some type of lab with how futuristic it looks. You know, and you're like, oh wow. I find it funny they commented on the anime character's hair for being girly. Just
foreign phonograph
just
records. Takatoshi-san used to let me listen to his. Why are there so many records here? There are way more than I saw at the Hijiyamas.
This guy must be rich. Oh wait, he is rich.
It's a calendar. 1985? It's all in my head. It's just an illusion.
Don't believe it. It's lies. It's the American lies. American scum. No. What else we got? TV. Okay. Well, gotta examine it all.
A box-shaped Technicolor projection device. The Sentinel has its own spatial projector as well. But that's highly confidential military technology.
And now
It's
everyone
about
has one.
baseball. I'm not in a military base, am I?
Baseball's weirdly, from what I understand, baseball's weirdly popular in Japan, which is odd. You know, because it's, I don't know, it's just weird. You think it wouldn't be as popular considering all the sports out there, but it is. But I'm not from Japan, so I don't know, maybe there's a specific appeal about it. I find baseball pretty boring myself.
Math, modern Japanese, lots of textbooks lined up here. Japanese history. So I really am still in Japan then.
You just hit the future.
This can't be right. 1945, the year of Japan's unconditional surrender. Surrender? We lost the war? 1945. That's this year. August 6th. Atomic bomb dropped on Hiroshima. 140,000 killed. 3 days later, second bomb dropped on Nagasaki. 70,000 killed. All from just 2 new American bombs. What is this book? 1951, U.S.-Japan Security Treaty signed. 1964, Tokyo Olympics? How far does this go? Wait, what did that calendar say?
Yeah, 1985. Yeah, just, you know, literally and figuratively dropping a bomb on him, hearing about the bombs that... I think even when it happened at the time, yeah, even the Japanese... Well, obviously it sucked for Japan, but, like, when they heard about that technology and what it did, it was, like almost immediate, like, surrender. It was because that... I don't think that form of explosion, damage, or whatever had ever been seen before, except for those who've been testing it. It had been surmised that possibly Germany was close to making a nuclear bomb too. We just, because of all the German scientists that left Germany and went to America, helped work on it, so we were able to speed up the process, at least from what I understand.
1985. It has to be fake. When was this printed? It says here 1985. Could it really be?
This game seems to be giving quite a bit of a history lesson
You
for those who
okay?
aren't aware of it.
Here.
It's so cold.
That's all that was in the fridge.
Wow.
Not a big fan of soda, I take it?
Some kind of carbonated beverage? I had ramen once at a festival in Tsutsuji, but I was just a kid.
I'm trying to remember what the first concepts carbonated beverages in cans like soda. It had been around for a while because even, but he might have not been. I don't know if it was as commonplace and not till like, I think not till like the 50s or 60s when it started becoming more of a thing. It used to be in bottles for the longest time, but then cans at some point became more popular because it was cheaper to make aluminum cans than it was to put them in glass bottles.
Who are you?
I'm Shu Amiguchi, and we're at my apartment in Kamazumi.
Keitaro Miura. So, how did I get here?
I called a taxi and brought you over after you got knocked out.
By that thug Ogata, who gets like very
Am I
sensitive
still
about his
in
hair.
Japan? But in the future?
In the year 2000.
So you helped me.
Guilty. You know, you really pushed Ogata over the edge. He was already pissed from being chewed out. If he gets in trouble one more time, he's getting suspended. Be real nice if you two could work things out peacefully.
I don't even know who that guy is. Or the character. I know he is.
I need to know one thing. What year is it?
What? Afraid you got knocked into a coma for the last few years? Relax, you didn't get hit that hard. It's still 1985, all right? You haven't missed a day.
Dun dun dun. I wonder if there's more to this, if we can still keep playing it, or if it's we need to unlock something else now. I guess there is more to it too. Let's see. Oh yeah, because that was just a memory. That's right. So yeah, you could see all the others here. So, all right. Well, let's go back and yeah, we'll do one more path and maybe do a battle. I mean, I don't have to do a battle today, but it's been a few episodes since we last done one. So, 1985, clear skies. Clear skies are gonna clear up. Monitoring the Sentinel from Kaiju River. Gray skies are gonna clear up, but
No
on a
matter
happy
where I
smile.
am, at least the sunset is always the same.
Alright, so now we have to unlock,
I wonder if that's the place Amiguchi-kun lives. Must be out of their minds to live so high up. Gives me the chills just thinking about it.
I guess that makes sense, because, you know, modern architecture is definitely a lot different from... Okay, that's the same. Let's see, I'm just going to speed through the... Okay, so now we just need to remember... I think 1985 is the next... Yeah, so might as well do oh,
I checked the library for any records of such a weapon. But in all of history, nothing like it has ever existed. Not in the US, not anywhere. What was that thing?
Still, those bombs were a huge deal.
Before the war, my uncle gave me a sci-fi novel. A story about traveling through time to the future. It only ever felt like a far-off fantasy. To think it ever become a reality.
I think the only reason it didn't let me skip it is that last little bit. I think he's talking about The Time Machine by H.G. Wells, but I could be wrong. I assume that's it.
I don't care that we lost. I'm proud my country could rebuild after what happened. But I won't accept this future. Now that I know we lose the war, that's all the more reason to go back. I'll bring the Sentinel with me. And I'll change history. It's my duty to fight and protect the people. I have to save as many of them as I can. But what if it's impossible for me to go back? What if I'm trapped here? Chihiro. Alright, that's enough. Get it together. Don't get discouraged. You will make it back. No matter what it takes. I wonder, what if I never actually traveled through time? It's possible that space-time here is warped somehow. But it could just be a local effect. I should try heading toward the school. Maybe time is flowing normally over there.
Sure, why not? You can believe whatever you want to if it makes you sleep at night. But the truth doesn't care about your feelings. Anyway.
Hurry up, Miura-chan! Slow down, Yuri-chan.
Female students. Looks like the school's still here.
You can tell the female student by the gaggling of the girls and the short skirts.
Isn't that... Hey, hold on!
Miura-kun? Thank goodness.
I wasn't sure if he was going to appear like when it was her version or a version of her that doesn't notice him, but I guess in this case we got lucky.
Despite a catastrophic loss, Japan recovered quite well. It seems to have entered a prosperous new era. Almost too prosperous.
Yeah, in the 80s they did pretty well, but it wasn't immediately after, but shortly thereafter it started going downhill again. But that's just that's just the rise and fall trends. That's what I was thinking. Oh, and it's vernacular is what I was thinking of when it comes to certain dialogue being the same language but speaking it differently with their own regions and dialects and stuff like that. Anyway.
You're Natsuno Minami, right? The one I met at the shrine. What are you doing here?
I've got to say, you had me pretty worried. I had no idea where you went.
I can't believe you're here too.
I couldn't find you anywhere. I thought you got snatched up and hauled off to Area 51. But anyway, what have you been up to?
Wait, first...
Where have you been?
A kind student's been letting me stay at his place. Aside from that, I've been sleeping outdoors.
Outdoors?
Well, you know, I mean, don't have a place to stay, so what do you do?
Get it together, Keitaro. She certainly is quite... Yes. I admit, she's bright, cheerful, attractive. But right now, I have more urgent matters to tend to.
I see you're a man of culture as well, Keitaro.
Hang on. This is my mess, so I have to figure out how to clean it up. But then again, I can't really bring a boy into the house. Oh yeah! Granny Tamao went on a trip. So Jiro-kun should be the only one home. That house does have a lot of rooms.
Granny Tamao?
Yeah, I wonder if it's the same lady.
Sorry. Let me go grab my stuff really quick. I'll be right back, so just wait here. Then we'll head over to the Karabe's house.
Karabe?
(1945) Karabe House flashback. I wonder if we actually meet the granny version of Tomoe or not. Because I feel like some characters, though they're mentioned, don't actually get shown. But I could be wrong. I mean, there's still plenty of game to go. Let's check the dent. I punched it pretty hard, didn't I?
Managed to leave quite the dent.
Who did that, though? Was it you, Chihiro? Did you get spanked?
Chihiro? You don't have to cry. It's not like you did this on purpose. I'm sure Uncle isn't mad about it anymore.
What about you? Are you mad?
Of course not. I'm your big brother. I'll always be on your side, Chihiro. Now, come on out.
Yeah, I gotta be the good big brother, so until he disappears in the future, so.
So, how'd you hit the pillar with the laundry bucket? You must have been playing pretty rough.
The bunny was fighting.
and it beat up giant ghosts. Cause the ghosts smash all the houses, and more of them keep coming.
Such strange ghosts. Did you come up with them yourself?
No, Tamao told me about them.
I'm sorry, Chihiro-chan. My father has quite a short temper.
You're telling her ghost stories. Why are you doing such
I'm
things?
sorry. This was all my fault.
Tamao-san.
It only happened because I told Chihiro-chan about my dreams.
Yeah, why, quit telling little girls about dreams and what they can become. Filling their head with lies.
Is it okay for you to be awake right now?
Mm-hmm. I've been feeling much better lately. And I have Goto-san from Tokyo to thank for that. He's been sharing some foreign medicine with me. It's just that, ever since I started taking it, I keep having strange dreams. But they feel like more than just dreams. They're like memories that I just suddenly remember.
The sirens.
This is bad.
Time to get to the air. Time to get to the airdrop places. You know.
Turn on the radio.
Well, can I turn on the radio? Can I? I forgot what the song is.
This military broadcast. Air raid alarms have been sounded. Enemy is flying at low altitude. More air units to be expected. To prepare against the coming invasion, we ask all citizens to unite as we fortify our air defenses.
Yeah, I don't even want to think about what it'd be like during wartime to possibly have your house being blown up. I'm lucky. I live in the middle of my country, so, you know, very unlikely to happen. But, and the fact we're not really in a wartime scenario. Not, well, depending on how you look at it anyway.
It's a massive enemy raid.
We have to hurry to a bomb-proof shelter. Come on, Chihiro-chan. We have to go.
Jiro-kun, are you home?
Minami-san. Couldn't you have knocked first?
Come on, your Granny Tamao and I are best buds. We're neighbors. Think I don't know my way around the place? Anyway, I've got a favor to ask.
Oh, Minami-san. I didn't know you lived so close.
Did you really need to come out?
You're Yakushiji-san, our classmate? Wait, no way. Are you two?
Do you need something from him?
It's not what it looks like. This is just... you know...
Natsuno-san?
Oh, come on in.
Pardon my interruption.
Yeah, but I'm here to ruin your happy summer days. It's like a million summer days. Not like Illusion of Gaia, but close.
So this house is still standing.
Who are you?
My name is Keitaro Miura.
So, it's kinda complicated, but yeah. I need you to let him stay over for a few days.
What? How do you know Minami-san?
Come on, I know you have a spare room. Just let him stay until your granny's back. In exchange, I won't tell anyone you're living with a girl.
That's not...
The details don't matter. Just let him stay, alright? Thanks, see ya!
Well, I'm here to ruin... Oh, I already said that, so... Well, thanks for letting me stay due to blackmail.
Natsuno-san, is this...
It's fine, it's fine. I live super close by. So if you need anything, just let me know.
And there she
There
goes.
she goes.
Well, this is awkward.
Yes, it is. And like I said, Keitaro is a man of culture. We know each other so well. Hello.
Pardon me. I know Natsuno-san's intentions are good, but I really don't want to be an inconvenience.
Are you hungry? Why don't you join us for dinner?
No, I shouldn't.
Your stomach thinks you should.
No, that was,
I'll go fix you a plate.
Well, how does it feel to have another man in the house? Oh wait, you don't care about her anyway, so sorry, dude.
So, Tamao-san is your grandmother? Is she in good health?
Grandma? She's fit as a fiddle. She's visiting relatives back in Shimane. That's why she isn't here.
Shimane. She must be with her mother's side of the family in Iwami.
Shinjiro will be like, why do you know this stuff? That's creepy, man. Are you hitting on my grandma?
Do you know my grandma?
Yes.
You do, huh? So then? How long do you need a place to stay?
Not long. Just until I can make my way back home.
Well, alright. If that's the case, it shouldn't be a problem. Just try not to cause any trouble. Feel free to use the guest room on the first floor.
Thank you.
You seem to be a nice man for being blackmailed in this whole situation.
There's a projection device where the radio used to be. It's been lightly remodeled, but it's the same house. I could have sworn it burned to the ground.
Well, building things in wood and floor plans are a thing. Oh, yeah, we can check the dent.
The damage on this pillar is missing. And it wasn't changed when they remodeled. If this really is the Kurabe's house, then it should be right here. Chihiro left a dent in this pillar.
Satellite orbit sector 42188.
Property. There was a wooden single-story house. It was built in the middle of the 20th century. That humble little place stood for about 100 years. My grandfather often told me stories about it. Some of his fondest childhood memories were at that house.
That sounds lovely. I'll have it produced for you.
You will? But all I have left are old photographs.
That's fine. I can restore them for you.
Thank you, Miura-san. I'm looking forward to it. Oh. Were you just on a call with someone else?
With Professor Kurabe, yes. We were discussing the layout of the residential zone.
Oh, that's right. Professor Kurabe was born in the 21st century. She's 120 years old, right? I know that she's receiving nanomachine treatment, but she still looks so young.
She's Professor Morimura's mentor, I hear. Quite an intelligent individual.
Well, yeah. She is the foremost expert on AI, after all.
Right. Anyway, is something wrong?
Why does something have to be wrong for me to call? Well, I just so happen to have a really urgent problem. I need emotional support stat. And I need it from you.
Oh, that does sound urgent. Then I'll be waiting.
To be continued. I wonder if they're talking about, because it looks like they're in space and satellites. I wonder if they're talking about rebuilding on the other planets, like terraforming and stuff like that. So he's part of Shikishima. Well, he was part of Shikishima Industries when they were going through space and all that. But I could be wrong. No, it looks like we have a lot new thing for the protect. Oh, well, him. Yeah, looks like we need a. Although I think, yeah, we've already done that. But yeah, I think at this point of the game, it's required. Now that we haven't unlocked everyone. We haven't unlocked Gote yet, but I think I don't know who'd require that to be unlocked. Maybe like one of the characters directly really important to him. But let's see, what's the time? I probably should hold off on doing a battle thing since we've done a decent amount of time. So, and I don't want the episode go for too long. So, let's look over it now to see if there's anything. Whoops, wrong button. Although I haven't really unlocked any new mystery files, so there's really nothing really to read there other than old dialogue being improved or changed or whatever. Yeah, the medical records mentioning. Yeah, this is really. I think this section is really just there for stuff we might have forgotten over the course of the story, or that got unlocked. So, all right. Well, I think we'll leave it in there. So I think we'll save the destruction for the next episode of 13 Sentinels, Aegis Rim. I know I wasn't as enthusiastic during that one. I think I just went into it without really doing my. And next time, I think we might just do straight destruction next episode to get that kind of get a lot of that out of the way, and then go back to stories next the episode after that. But anyway, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.